Hello everybody, my name is Rolak and welcome to my newest Let's Play, Kirby Superstar Ultra. Now this game is fantastic and I'm not really going to waste any more time getting you into the introduction, so let's get started. Never get tired of that title screen. Alright, so yeah, Kirby Superstar Ultra. This is a game made way back in 2009. It's a remake, or I should say remaster, of the game that was made on the Super NES, Kirby Superstar, obviously. This remake completely remakes the engine of the game, released on the DS. It offers the same levels as before, as well as some new mini-games, as well as some new, what are they called? Modes, or adventures, I guess. However, we are going to be starting off with Spring Breeze. Now, this game is different than most Kirby games in that it's not really much of a single story game. It's more or less of a several different games added into one. They all sort of follow the same story, but it's not super related. There are a few different ones that are pretty much exactly in the same timeline, or I guess you can say. But for now, we're going to be starting off with Spring Breeze. Now, this itself is actually a remake of the... Yeah, it's a remake within a remake. This whole little game was made, it completely remakes the original game, Kirby's Adventure. Or Kirby in Dreamland, that's what it was. It's the first 4 levels, so, I'm wasting time. Let's get started. There's trouble in Dreamland. King Dedede and his soldiers have stolen all the food in Dreamland. Started. First time playing Kirby Superstar Ultra? Well, not technically, but we'll go over the tutorial. We might as well go over the tutorial. Welcome to the beginner show. We'd like to quickly explain the rules of Kirby Superstar Ultra here. This is the main character you control, Kirby. He's a pretty jolly guy. So you should know that Kirby can fly in the air and inhale his enemies. Press the A button to jump, and if you keep pressing it, Kirby will hover gently. That's how he flies. When you press the B button, Kirby will inhale his enemies. Once you've inhaled a foe, press the B button again, and you spit the foe back out. Or if you press the X button or down on the control pad, you swallow the foe. Nothing happens when you swallow a normal foe, but if you swallow a foe who has a special ability, Kirby will copy its special ability. This is Kirby's special move. It's called his copy ability. You can use the copy ability by pressing the B button. You'll see many abilities to copy in this game. Try to find them all. Now for the main event. When Kirby has a copy ability, you can press the X button to call a helper. This helper acts as a good buddy to Kirby. The helper usually moves on its own, and it will fight on its own as well. Using a local wireless, you can have a pal play as a helper in a co-op game. Considering I'm all alone here, that's not possible. Because exploring with friends is always more fun, even though I'm not going to get that opportunity. Yay! Oh, and if you want to get rid of the helper you called, press the X button to use the normal beam to turn it into an item. Banish him into a weapon. Lastly, here are a few special moves you may not know about. First is the dash. Press the control pad twice quickly and Kirby will dash in that direction. Next is the slide. Press the A button or the Y button down on the control pad to slide. Also, you can protect yourself by guarding, which a lot of people don't know for some goddamn reason. Press the L or R button when foes attack you, they'll cause less damage, and some moves are completely negated. Lastly, to enter a door, stand in front of it and press up on the control pad. You'll go right in. Use these to move between stages. That's all. That's all the process, but just try it out and you'll master everything. Certainly true. So let's start Kirby Superstar Ultra. First, let's talk about Spring Breeze. You need to teach that King Dedede a lesson. And so we begin on green greens, like any Kirby game. Well, most Kirby games. Alright, so yeah, this game's great. Right off the bat, we have Beam. I think we can go to the description. Flail this beam like a whip. It has many useful attacks. Try to store up a super shot. So, abilities have quite a lot to digest. Beam has a dash attack, a little cone attack. Standard has a little beam whip. Hold it down, you can charge it up to a beam blast, or beam shot, or wave beam. Dash while attacking in the air, you do a little spread shot down towards the ground, and that's it. Ability. I should probably be gaining other abilities, and not probably gonna go over everything, but hey. What we saw in there was a maximum tomato. That thing restores you to full health. I meant the jump. Well, dead already on the first level. That's always a good sign. Cutter. Cutter's pretty simple. You just throw a little cutter. It's like a boomerang. Comes right back at you. The dash attack. Mid-air down. Quickly press B next to an enemy. You do the final cutter, which is famous for Kirby's Up Special in Super Smash Bros. So yeah, there's a lot to go over in these games. Hopefully that tutorial pretty much made everything a bit simple. This right here is Poppy Bros Senior. This is what practically a mini-boss. Once you defeat a mini-boss, you're able to inhale its ability to gain it. This is Bomb. Bomb is like the super simplest of abilities. You press B to bring up a bomb, and you press B to throw it out again. If you hold down, then press B, you place it right on the ground. If you dash, while holding a bomb, you do a little throwing attack. Whoa, whoa! What the hell? Alright, forget that. Grab beam back once more. Now, depending on what your ability is when you create a helper, you'll get a different helper. For beam, you grab a Waddle Doo, which is those guys over there. Cutter, you get Sir Kibble, which is this little knight-looking fella right here. I'll go over most helpers when we get new abilities and whatnot. In total, I think there's 18 abilities. It's quite a lot, but they're all pretty simple to figure out. Also, you may see some weird glitches. This game is run on an emulator because I can't figure out how to record DS games properly yet. This is Whitspy Woods, the first boss in pretty much every Kirby game. He's super easy, so there's not much to be explained about him. Go ahead and grab the stars and do a little dance. Yeah. Stage 2, Float Islands. Alright, ooh, right off the bat we have Fighter. Thanks, Kibble. Yeah, your helpers are controlled by the AI, which more or less tend to not be helpful. They can kill things that you don't want to kill, like you want to get like its ability, and then they just kind of run into things most of the time. Also, really don't need to go into a whole lot of enemies because they're all pretty much more or less the same. This is right. That enemy right there is actually Kaboo. Those things have a different thing in which they teleport every now and then, but they don't give any off. They don't give off any ability. Excuse me. Right down there is a Frosty, so we'll go ahead. Come on. Nope. Oh my God, Kibble. God, I'm gonna. Whatever. It's Fire Sir. Alright, there's an invincible candy. Eat that, and you will turn completely invincible, as well as gain a super large amount of speed. You can also feed it to your ally there, so you can also gain the effect. While you're invincible, you actually deal damage to bosses. Like, shit, now I want to absorb it. God damn it, nothing's doing well. Alright, there's Mr. Frosty. He gives the, what's it called? Ice ability. Right now we have fire. This ability is pretty simple as well. All we can just hold B to spew flames. If we hold B while pressing back, we engulf ourselves into a little inferno. That's our standard air attack. If we dash, we do a little fireball attack. Dashing is the same thing. I don't think this is... No, it does. If you use your ability right next to the ground, you will roll a little bit. But now it's time for our second boss. Low, 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 and la, la, la. Honestly, I wish I had ice for this, because it's actually a really cool thing you can do with this. This boss is pretty simple. They pretty much just push 2 blocks. It can either be blocks or Gordos across the stage. They're a super easy boss and really don't need to be explained all that much. There we go. Yeah, the first couple stages are pretty easy, but hey, what can you expect? Making good progress so far. Stage 3, Bubbly Clouds. Alright, starting off right off the bat, we have a new ability, which is Sword. I'm going to go ahead and grab that before our buddy can get it. Sword, donning a very familiar green cap. Pretty simple ability. You get the standard 3 strikes. Also shoot off a little beam. And when you're at full health, similar to the other green-capped hero, you fire off a little beam with your first attack. Dashing attack. Oh, that's Mirror. Mirror's a pretty good ability. I'll get into that later, though. Dash attack's a straightforward thrust. Dashing in the air does you a little spin attack in the air. Just normally, it does a little strike. That bounces you off enemies once you hit them. Down. Gives you the little sword thrust downward, and I think that's it. Oop. Yeah, they didn't really have a whole lot of variety in the earlier games. I'm pretty sure it counts as a boss, but this thing is pretty easy. This is a Krakow Jr. Yeah, it's super simple and easy boss, so don't need to explain that any further. On the star we go. Alright, right here is actually a special ability. I'm going to give this to my buddy. This right here is Mike. Using this ability will cause you to do 3 different moves. Each of them, I think, do a varying amount of damage, but you can only use them 3 times. Mike's a very special ability, and it's one of the 3 abilities that change, that technically go away once you use them. Alright, stage 2. Kirby is apparently not a good singer, and... shouts disco, apparently. Now, you could go through that door and head over to the boss. However, if we jump all the way... Ignore that guy. Jump all the way up here and then press up on the moon, we go into a little bonus area. Through this is a lot of food falling down, as well as a few 1-ups, I believe. One is over there. Not really super helpful, considering this is like a super easy level and whatnot. But we're going to keep going, and... There he is. I probably should have taken the ability. Crap. This fella right here is bonkers. Get him, Blade Knight. Because I can't do anything. Come on. There we go. Alright. His ability, similar to his weapon, is Hammer. This is the most busted thing in this game. Hammer is completely overpowered. As many people, including me, who has spent various amount of time playing this game, this is the most broken ability in the game. Specifically this move right here. Hammer Flip. That thing does 1,000,000 damage to pretty much anything. Against Krakow, it's not going to be too hard, not going to be too easy to demonstrate, but yeah. Hammer also just default does pretty much the most damage out of any ability. Look at that, it's already down. Didn't have to explain its abilities. Let's go and grab these stars and be on our way. And there we go. Now on to the final stage, Mount DDD. Not really so much of a stage, more or less just a throne room into the final battle. Well, I wouldn't say final battle, but final battle of the episode. Let's head on in. Alright, King DDD. First of all, Easter egg. Peach and Mario are over there. And just over here are Luigi and Mario. And a couple toads. Alright, now DDD, he's super easy. He always takes a break every time you hit him, so... God damn it. Show off hammer flip here. I don't think that's gonna work. There we go. And from beating Spring Breeze, we unlock pretty much the rest of the, well, most of the games. We get Dynablade, the Great Cave of Offensive, and Gourmet Race. Considering we got a few more minutes to spare, let's show off Gourmet Race. King DDD challenged Kirby to see the hungriest gourmet. Who will reach the goal first? Speed up to eat, eat to win. Can eat and run for the goal versus a friend. Oh, I can't do that. All right, first time playing Gourmet Race. It's pretty simple. I'll explain it once we get into it. All right, so Gourmet Race is a race between Kirby and King DDD. You gotta eat the most food. I'm pretty sure eating food speeds you up, although I'm not really too sure on that. The more food you have by the end, and if you place first, you pretty much win. It's pretty simple. Oh, maximum tomatoes are worth 5 points instead of from the usual 2. Aren't any abilities in this one, and there we go. That's the first round done. Second round's a bit longer. Also has a different soundtrack, apparently. Isn't too different. This is just a little fun little race. I've never done this with 2 players, considering that I don't have anybody to play with. Nor has anybody I know actually really had the game. Interesting enough, doing the little breath exhale once you're done flying does apparently catch some food. I don't know what the best course for this area is, but this seems to be working out just fine. There we go. Alright, and for the final track, this is the one where we get abilities. Now, I'm not going to go over the ability I get. Where is it? There it is. Wing. This is the best ability for this race, mainly because of the mobility that Wing gives you. I'll go over Wing and what it does exactly once we actually get into the thick of things with Wing. For now, we'll just go ahead and be on our merry way. It's a bit unruly to control sometimes, though, but it shouldn't be too difficult. The speed's actually affecting it pretty hard. Alright. Yep. That ability, that move specifically is really helpful. Grab the I keep saying Metamato, but it's not what it's called in these games. It's called an epic yarn. Nope, come on. Come on. Grab it. Come on. There we go. Nope. No, no, no. There's also one over there. Right over here. It's been a while since I've played this. Get out of my way. Fly, 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 fly. There we go. And done. 57 and 1. Now at the end, all your food is counted up as well as you winning. For each win, you get 30 more points, and we have beaten him by 229 to 39. It's really not a difficult game, to say the least. And we did it. So that's Gourmet Race done. Time Attack is going through the different courses on a time trial, obviously. So yeah, that's Kirby Superstar Ultra for the first 2 modes. The first easiest difficulties ones. So next time on Kirby Superstar Ultra, we're going to be starting off with Dynablade next time. So see you guys then.